These rocky shores where I call home, where my heart longs to be. Whenever I roam, it's these rocky shores, it's where I long to be. Yes, it's these rocky shores, they are home to me.
Whenever I leave here, it hurts me so, with tears in my eyes. Why you go? There ain't no work, and the kids need new clothes. The bills need paying, so off I must go.
These rocky shores, where I call home, where my heart longs to be. Whenever I roam, yes, these rocky shores, it's where I long to be. Yes, these rocky shores, they're home to me.
I think to myself, where did it all go? The life I once had on the ocean's gentle road. With tears in my eyes and my head in my hands, away from my family, I hope they understand.
That is these rocky shores, where I call home, it's where my heart longs to be. Whenever I roam, it's these rocky shores, where I long to be. Yes, these rocky shores, they're home to me. Yes, these rocky shores, they're home to me.
Good evening. Welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight's stories include: work has resumed on the Comfort Dumping Station at Sandbanks Park. The Sand and Sea Cabot 500 Committee needs your assistance. The IAS process is winding down. Children entertainers Heather and Eric were in town this past week. These stories plus community events, the BBS Playbill, Off the Rack, and more coming up after this.
The Crohn's and Colitis Heal and Wheelathon is a fun, exciting, and healthy way to raise money for inflammatory bowel disease research. Get involved by raising pledges and winning prizes. You can participate, volunteer, or join a corporate challenge. The Crohn's and Colitis Heal and Wheelathon. Finding the cure.
The IAS process is winding down. A meeting was held on Wednesday evening to elect a new Economic Development Board of 10 people to replace the current IAS committee.
IAS, for example, was a run-off from the Community Advisory Committee, and basically what happened there was Ray Jansen mentioned one time in a union meeting that we could possibly fall into a category where we could apply for money for the industrial adjustment services, and then Larry Pickford, as some of you know, mentioned the same thing. So that's where the IAS got started from. Once we had HRD on site and union on site, they kind of picked it up from there and got the ball rolling. But I don't think understand that there's much need to be going through this stuff in any detail. But the group is here because they know most of this stuff. So So what we should do maybe is just look and see who would be interested in running for the new board. And I suppose we could, there's no reason why people that are interested couldn't pass the name in and accept nomination, and at least you'd have start the new board. And once these people are into the group, then we look at what we're going to do to fill in the remaining seats.
Only 7 people turned out for Wednesday night's meeting. Of the 7, 5 people accepted nomination and agreed to sit on the new Economic Development Board, leaving 5 vacant seats yet to be filled. The 5 representatives who have agreed to sit on the board have already begun discussing the recruitment of the remaining 5 individuals needed to form the board. Work has resumed on the Comfort Station dumping station at Sandbanks Provincial Park. Although the facility will not be ready for this year's festival, it should be open before the end of this year's camping season. The completion of the Comfort Station dumping station is a 6-week job, and workers are confident that if all the plumbing supplies are in, the job should be completed on schedule. The building will house male and female showers and washroom facilities that will be handicap accessible. The building will also have a laundry room equipped with 3 washers and 3 dryers. The trailer dumping station is currently set up, but the roadway around the station has yet to be completed. Once this facility is open, campers at Sandbanks Park will have almost all the comforts of home. The number of visitors at Sandbanks Provincial Park for the month of June is down from the same period last year. For the month of June 1996, 43 campers registered at Sandbanks Provincial Park. As of June 29th of this year, the park has seen 33 campers. This marks a decrease of 23.3%. Although the exact figures were not available, the number of visitors to the park seems to be down a bit over last year as well. Park employees expect all that to change with the upcoming Sand and Sea Festival Matthew visit. We would like to remind viewers that there is a $10 prize for the best news tip of the month. All Tip of the Month winners are then entered for the Best News Tip of the Year award. If you see or know of an unusual event around your community, please call our office. If we're not already aware of your news tip and we use your tip on the program, you will be eligible for the News Tip of the Month award. Stay with us for more of This Week in Review coming up in just a moment.
Sharing a healthier future with Participation. People with developmental disabilities face intolerance, prejudice, and isolation. Lisa's breaking those barriers, taking control. She's won gold in Special Olympics for figure skating and is now helping junior skaters learn the basics.
I like amateur coaching, and the kids like it when I help them, and I'm so happy and cute.
She enjoys working with the little ones. She really does. They give her a great deal of enjoyment, and I think that she gives them a great deal of enjoyment.
It's opened up her personality. I think it's great. I'd like to see her do more of it.
It makes me feel really happy.
Physical activity turning disabilities into abilities. Sharing a healthier future. Participation.
The local Chamber of Commerce made arrangements for children entertainers Heather and Eric to come to Burgeo to entertain the youth of our community.
Well, this is a song, Creatures at Home in the Sea, that we recorded on Sesame Street, Canada, so it might be familiar to you. Oh, the wind blows over the land and the sea rolls over the sand. So come play with me, we'll see creatures at home in the sea. Sally Starfish am I, and I never cry. 'Cause if I lose an arm,
I'm here at A.J. Matthews Elementary School speaking with children entertainers Heather and Eric. What brings you to Burgeo this summer?
Well, we're here as part of a 3-week tour of the South Coast, and we're celebrating the Cabot 500 in song and music, and we'll be starting our tour right here.
So this is not your first time here in Burgeo. I understand you were here a few years ago?
We were here 2 years ago as part of the Arts and Culture Center Provincial Tour, Cultural Affairs Tour, and that was right here in the school.
So how long have you been entertaining children?
Well,
About 8, 9 years, 8.5 years.
So what do you enjoy most about entertaining children?
Well, it's a chance to have a lot of fun, I guess, and see a lot of the country. We've traveled right across the country from Alberta to Labrador to Newfoundland, and we enjoy performing for children.
So where are you from originally?
well, I lived in St. John's for about 15 years. That's where Eric and I met.
I'm presently living in Ladle Cove. I lived in St. John's for 18 years before then.
Okay, so I guess to be entertaining children for that long, you must really enjoy it.
Yeah, we've had wonderful audiences wherever we've gone, particularly in this province. We really feel we've made some great connections. Kids are humming our tunes when we come through the door. Eric has written most of our music, and it's a real tribute to the songs that he's written, that kids are singing it right across the province.
Okay, well, actually, I had a chance to view your last show you did here. What are some of the highlights of the show you're doing this time on tour?
Well, it's I guess a mixture of projects that we've done over the years. Recently, we've come up with a book called Wind Over Dark Tickle, which comes out with a CD and cassette, and it's about the fisheries and the fisheries moratorium and helping children deal with the issues arising from that. So that will be featured. Also, we'll be doing a slideshow, sort of a panoramic view of Newfoundland, called it's based on the Ode to Newfoundland. It's a mixture of music and slides. And we'll be doing songs from our previous show, No Small Wonder, which is an environmental video we did with CBC a few years ago, and other recordings.
And of course, the popular Macaroni and Cheese song, and others that are not particularly deep in meaning, but a lot of fun.
Okay, so it's called the Heather and Eric Show, but I see you've got quite a cast here with you. What role do these puppets play in your show?
Well, the puppets were created by our good friend Vicki Walsh, who's traveling with us, and they have been with us now for about 6 or 7 years, and the puppets bring alive a song that we recorded on Sesame Street, Canada, called Creatures at Home in the Sea. And we bring 6 children up on stage with us, and they become the puppeteers for each one of these swimming puppets under the sea while the rest of us sing the song.
So I guess that gives the kids a chance to be part of your show and enjoy it more.
Yes, our show does feature children wherever we can squeeze it in. We have them up with macaroni noodle shakers on stage, and lots of opportunities to be, as we said, puppeteers, and also we have a special ghost song featuring a character that we bring up from the audience as well.
Okay, you've got a very interesting set here behind us. How'd you come up with that?
Well, a good friend of ours, Di Dabinet, is a wonderful artist, as you can see, and she actually painted our backdrop. And so it's become integral to our show now.
Okay, so what does the background represent?
Well, you can see it's a coastal scene with 2 children in a dory and all kinds of underwater life. So it does give a perfect backdrop to much of the theme of our show, which is celebrating the oceans and the culture that surrounds the ocean and people's lives on the ocean. So a lot of our show is very maritime in nature, lots of ocean themes.
Okay, is there anything else that either of you would like to add?
Well, it's great to be back in Burgeo, and we're looking forward to one more show on Sunday, and we look forward to the next time we're back on the coast. Great to be here.
It's great to be here again. I love this part of the coast. I was here in 1983 and did a tour up and down the coast, and I'm really looking forward to to this trip.
Okay, well, we'd like to thank you both for taking time to speak to us today.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks.
Clarence crap, but I'm not so bad. I use my claw, sweet and direct.
Back to the chorus, here we go. Oh, the wind blows over the land and the sea rolls over the sand. So come play with me, we'll see pictures at home in the sea.
The Sand and Sea Cabot 500 Committee are busy making last-minute arrangements for the upcoming festival and visit of the replica of John Cabot's ship, the Matthew. With the large influx of visitors, vehicles, and campers anticipated, your cooperation will be needed. I spoke with Corporal Matheson of the local RCMP about traffic arrangements for the Matthew visit.
The Cabot 500 celebrations and the visit of the Matthew will soon be upon us. This is sure to be a busy time in the town of Burgeo. The local Cabot 500 Committee, in conjunction with the town of Burgeo and this office, have been very busy in planning for this event. One of the main concerns that we have faced is the number of visitors and vehicles that will be coming to our community. As yet, we have no idea on how many visitors we will have. In an effort to make traveling around our town safe during this time, July 15th and 16th, we, the RCMP, in conjunction with the town of Burgeo and the local Cabot 500 Committee, are seeking the cooperation of all the citizens of Burgeo. We are asking that all citizens keep their vehicles at home if at all possible during the peak traffic periods, which are expected to be from the morning of July the 15th and all day on July the 16th. We are hoping that most people will walk to the Matthew site and to the community center and rink areas. As I have indicated, we have no idea on how many visitors we will have. However, we have to prepare for a large number of tourists. We have identified a number of parking areas around the town of Burgeo that we will be using for anyone coming into the town with campers, trailers, tents, cars, etc. And we will be asking these people to walk to the various sites as well. There will be a shuttle bus service offered by Stu's Bus Lines and South Coast Taxi on these 2 days. There will be no parking allowed at the fish plant site and no vehicles permitted to go into the site unless they have permission from the Cabot 500 Parking and Security Committee. There will be no parking as well on Reach Road, Route 480, unless at designated parking spots. These restrictions are required so that emergency vehicles can travel around Burgeo and also to and from the Matthews site. We are not closing the streets of Burgeo as has been rumored around town. Many local businesses have deliveries to make and we do not want to restrict them in any way. We are, however, asking the cooperation of the residents of Burgeo in keeping the traffic down to an absolute minimum on these 2 days. There will be numerous pedestrians walking on Reach Road, and to ensure everyone's safety, we would like as few vehicles as possible. In closing, I would like to say that we, the RCMP and the Cabot 500 Committee, are hoping that everyone will have a very enjoyable time, and we look forward to seeing everyone there. Thank you.
Stay with us for Off the Rack, community events, and the BBS Playbill. All that after this.
Imagine the longest trail in the world. That's the Trans-Canada Trail. Hello, I'm Pat Burns, to ask you for your support in a grand endeavor, a national trail for all Canadians to enjoy.
Each donation you give makes a meter of trail. In recognition, your name or those of family or friends will be permanently imprinted in trail pavilions.
The Trans-Canada Trail. Call now and put your name on it.
Off the Rack. This week as we scanned our tape racks, we came across a video of Canada Day celebrations from 1993. Here's a look at highlights from those festivities.
so much to branch out. So I uprooted myself from my home ground and lived. Took my dreams and I took to the road. When a flower grows wild, it can't always survive. Wildflowers don't care where they grow. I grew up fast and wild, and I never felt right in a garden so dear to me. I just never belonged. I just longed to be gone. So the garden one day set me free. I used to ride with the wind, and since he was my friend, I just let him decide where we'd go. When a flower grows wild, it can't always survive. Wildflowers don't care where they grow. Just a wild rambling rose, seeking mysteries untold. No regrets for the path that I chose. When a flower grows wild, it can't always survive. Wildflowers don't care where they grow. Wildflowers don't care where they grow.
Welcome to the community events segment of tonight's broadcast. I'm AJ Marks. The Odd Job Squad will be holding a TV bingo on Wednesday, July 9th at 7 p.m. Bingo cards are $1 each or 6 for $5 and are available from any member of the Odd Job Squad or by calling the Employment Outreach. The Sand and Sea Cabot 500 Committee are still seeking laundry and shower facilities for tourists planning to visit our community during this year's festival. If you are willing to provide shower or laundry facilities, please contact Daphne Marsden at 886-3365. The Cabot 500 celebrations and Sand and Sea Festival are fast approaching. As the arrival of the Matthew draws near, our community is beginning to take on a festive look. It would be great if everyone joined in the celebrations and did a little decorating. People who have Christmas lights up are asked to light them during the week of the festival. Also, any decorations such as flags, pennants, streamers, or balloons around your home would add to this week's festivities. This is a year to remember for our community and our chance to show the world what our community has to offer. If your group or organization has an upcoming event planned and you would like to have it included in our lineup, please contact the BBS office during regular business hours. Events must be submitted no later than Wednesday of each week. This concludes the community events segment of tonight's broadcast. See you next week.
BBS Playbill. Tune in on Tuesday at 7 p.m. for a video entitled Allergy Proofing Your Home. Try your luck on Wednesday by playing Odd Job Squad TV Bingo and support the students who were unsuccessful in finding employment this summer. Bingo will be followed by Cool Asthma Kids, Josh's Excellent Adventure. Join us on Thursday at 7 p.m. for Jim Nealford, Back in the Swing. This video comes to us from the War Amps. And I'll be here again next week with This Week in Review. On next week's program, we will be visiting the computer camp at A.J. Matthews School, and we'll have details on the upcoming festival and Matthew visit. For This Week in Review, I'm Dave Cooper. Good night.